Hello, today we are working on a new unit, Systems of Equations and Inequalities. And this is the first day of the lesson. We're going to be covering this right here. Equations, day one, introduction and back solving strategies for systems of equations. So please open this. Okay, so when you get here, you will see the first thing. You've already clicked on it. That's the video. You're already watching it right now. And the first thing you want to do is you want to open this document. So everybody please open this right here, and you'll open it as a Google document. Remember, you can always translate it. So it's very important that you translate this so you can understand this. It's only about a page, a little bit more than a page, so it's pretty quick. But remember, to translate it, if it's a Google Doc, you have to go to File, make a copy, right? And then once you make a copy, then you can come to Tools, and you can hit Translate, and then choose your language, right? Okay, so make sure to translate it if you need to. But the first thing I want you to do is I want you to read through this whole page, and it only goes to here, 1.5 pages, okay? And it's very important to do that because it tells you what systems of equations are, and it gives you some examples. So what you can do is go ahead and read it. You can pause this video. I'm going to make this bigger. I'm going to pause this video, or you can pause the video and then read through the whole document, and then I'm going to come back and kind of summarize what's going on. So, but it's very important you read it first, and remember, make sure you translate it if you have to, okay? So I'm going to pause the video right now and then come back and then hit play, pause the video, and then hit play when you're done reading it. Okay, so hopefully you've read the whole thing carefully once at least. I'm going to summarize a few very important things about what you just read. Again, remember, when we talk about a system of equations, that means we have two equations at least that it can have a value of x and y, two different equations with x and y. And a solution is something that makes both two different equations true. So it's a system of equations, it's two equations with the same two variables. So I'm going to use x and y, okay? Now, if we have only one equation with two variables, we don't have enough information. Let's take an example right here, okay? So if we have x plus y is equal to 10, again, so 1 plus 9, maybe x is 1 and y is 9 because 1 plus 9 equals 10, true, right? Or maybe it's 2 plus 8, right? Because that equals 10, or 5 plus 5. We just don't know because we don't have enough information. Okay, there we go. So if we only have one equation, there's multiple combinations of values that x and y can be. But here again, if we have two equations with the same two variables, again, it's a system of equations, it's possible for there to be only one solution. Not always, but possible, okay? Let's take an example. So x plus 10, we already know there's different values. It could be 1 plus 9, 2 plus 8, right? Let's say that for the first one, we want to try two new numbers, say 6 and 4, for example. We think maybe that's the correct answer. So what we're going to do is we're going to try 6 and 4 right here for x and y. So let's try that first. 6 plus 4 is equal to 10, yes, okay. But it's only a solution if it's yes for equation 1 and yes for equation 2. So we put in equation 2, we get 6 minus, so this is minus x minus y is equal to 4. So 6 minus 4, is that equal to 3? Sorry, is that equal to 4? Let me fix that. No, it's not equal to 4. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. So this does not, 6 and 4 are not a solution, okay? So the solution actually is 7 and 3. And let's try it out. So if we put 7 and 3, does that equal to 10? Yes. So it satisfies equation number 1. How about equation number 2? Is 7 minus 3 equal to 3? Sorry, this should be 4. Is 7 minus 3 equal to 4? Yes, it is. Okay. So that means that it is a solution to this system of equations with these two equations right here. Okay. Okay. And the way you'll see it as an answer is you can list it as a coordinate point. If you remember, This is the x, 7 is the x, in the position the first number is the x, the second number is the y. Okay? Now, one thing I'm going to show you when I show you the first 3 questions of the assignment is to try back solving. Again, make sure you read this, but basically what you do is you try answer choices until you find one that is a solution for both equations. So let me show you that. So now if you want, you can go ahead and open up the assignment. Okay, so here is our assignment. If you open it up, Assistant Systems of Equations, Day 1, solving by back solving, okay? Again, like we saw earlier, we have a system of equations is 2 equations. So this is our first equation, and that's our second equation. So when we're looking for the solution, and we have the answer choices below, see how we have the answer choices A, B. So A is 4, 10, B is 5, 9. One thing we can do is we can try the answer choices. So that's what we're going to do for this assignment today is we're going to go ahead and try answer choices. See if I get my pen to work today. Okay, one moment. Okay, so again, what we're going to do is we're going to see if these answers work. So let me try, I'm going to try A, okay? I'm going to try this one to see if it works. So if this is 4 is the x, then I would put 4 plus 10, is that equal to 14? Question mark. Yes, it's okay. This one is yes, so here, so this is yes. But does it work over here? So remember, x has to be 4 has to be the x, minus 10 equal negative 4. Let's see, 4 minus 10, if you use your calculator, so 4 minus 10 equals negative 6, but this says it has to be negative 4. So the answer on this one is no. Okay, so no here, yes here, but that means it's only good for this one. It has to be good on both, right? So this is no good. So I'm going to try this one as well. So let's see. I'm going to try it up here. So it's 5 plus 9 equal 14. Yes, it does. So if you try your calculator, so that's a yes. Does 5 minus 9 equal negative 4? Yes, it does. If you try it on the calculator, 5 minus 9. I know you should use your calculator if you're not sure about negatives. And then 5 minus 9 equals negative 4. So yes, so that is our correct answer. So that would be yes. So 5 and 9 work in both cases. 5 plus 9 is 14. Yes, 5 minus 9 is that. So that means that is our correct answer, okay? So that's what it means to back solve. You just try the answers, and if you get one that works, it's the correct answer. So now, that was an easier one, only x and y. Here we have 2x plus 2y. Remember, that's a multiplication, 2 multiplied by that. So let's try this one here. Let's see what we get. Okay, first thing I'm going to try is 3, 6. So I would go is 2 times the x is 3 plus 2 times the y is 6, right? Equal to 18. Okay, so remember, if you do it on your calculator, it's really good to use the parentheses, right? So 2 times 3 would be 2 parenthesis 3 parenthesis like that plus 2 parentheses 6. Okay, what does that equal to? It's equal to 18, so yes. So for the first one, this is a yes, right? For this one, for 3 and 6. But it has to work here, so we're going to 3, and then x is 3, plus y, which is 6. Does that equal to 17? Well, this is 9, that's 6, so that's actually going to be equal to 15. So the answer is no. This one does not work. So if you feel like you understand it, go ahead and try B and see if that works. And if it doesn't work, try C and D. But you can pause the video to see if you can find the correct answer, and I'll show you when you come back. Okay, if you went through this one carefully, you would see that the D is the correct answer, again, because 2 times this 4 for the x plus 2 times the y, which is 5. That is equal to 18. If you put it in your calculator, this is 8. 8 plus 10 is 18, so that's checks, so that's good. And it also works here, so 3 times the x, which is 4, right there, plus y, which is 5. This would be 12, and again, use your calculator if you need to. This would be 12 plus 5, and that is equal to 17, so that checks over there, so that's a yes also. So you should have gotten D if on that one if you entered in all the numbers and eliminated. Okay, we're going to do one more, and there's some negatives, so you got to be a little bit careful on the negatives. So if you understand the process, you may want to try this to see what you get. But if you want to pause the video and come back, I'll show you what I get, okay? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try A first. I'm going to go ahead and try that on my calculator. Remember, that's going to be 2 times negative. Remember, it's a negative, not a minus, plus 3 times 9. And see, is that equal to 16? So let me go ahead and check. So I'm going to go ahead and get my calculator. Okay, so first I'm going to go to, I got to do 2 times negative 3. So again, it's good to get your calculator to do this. I don't want that. Where's my calculator? There it is. So 2 parenthesis negative 3 parenthesis should give you something like that. Okay. So 2 times negative 3. And then plus 3 times 9. Plus 3 parenthesis 9 parenthesis, and I get 21, but this should be 16. So that tells me negative 3 and 9 do not work here. Okay, so that's how you do it. Now, the correct answer is going to be D, negative 4 and 8. Okay, so it's going to be negative 4 and 8. If you want me to go through the calculator one more time again, I will. Let me get back. So I see that up there, so now I know what to type in. So it's going to be 2 parenthesis negative 4 parenthesis plus 3 times parenthesis 8 parenthesis, enter, 16. And which is that what it should equal? Let's see. So that equals 16, but it also has to equal this one right here. So let's try that one next. So that's 3 times x plus y. So 3 times x, again, x is negative 4, negative, not minus, negative 4, and then plus y, which y was the 8. I hit enter and I get negative 4, and I think that's what it's supposed to be, right? The toggling is not working very well. Oh, okay, where'd it go? It should be negative 4, and it is. So yeah, so just yes here when I do this one, okay? So guys, this is how this works. Basically for this assignment, now you're going to do the rest of the practice problems 4 through 12. You're just going to try the answers in the equations until you get the correct answer. And if you understand it, it's pretty straightforward. Just make sure you're careful, especially with the negatives. And if you have something like number 12, remember, if you're trying a number like this, like 9x minus 7y, and the number's negative, you have to put 9x minus 7 and then parentheses negative, whatever it is. If you're trying negative 6, it would be minus 7 parentheses and then negative 6. So make sure you put in the minuses correctly and the negatives correctly. On this one over here, if there's a negative in front of it, that's a negative, remember? Whereas this is a minus, okay? All right, good luck. Go ahead and finish it off and let me know if you have questions. And when you're done, make sure you put the answers in Canvas.